All right, so hello, my name is Dara Tomasson and I am a professional long arm quilter. So not only do I have my own client base that I quilt from home for people to bring me their quilts, but I teach other long arm quilters how to build their business and give them skills to have the technical skills to run a long arm quilting business. One of the best ways to have great stitching is using the TOA gauge. So this gauge helps you know if your bobbin is put in your bobbin properly. And so how it works is you get your bobbin in your bobbin case and then it's all ready to go. Then you click it into your TOA gauge like that. And then you're going to put the thread up to the bottom and around the top. And then you're going to slide that way, and then you're just going to pull. And so however where the needle is, that is actually showing you how much pressure your bobbin has. So every thread has a different amount of pressure that it wants on the bobbin, okay? So if you have a really fine thread, like a silk, it's going to be at 1 gauge, or you're going to have a thicker thread, like a 30 weight, it's going to be another gauge. And so depending on, and I have a thread guide for you on the link below, then it will show you what you need to have. So if you need to adjust the bobbin, you just take your small little screwdriver and you keep it right here clicked in. So you have it wound up this way, and so you just pull it probably like a good 4 or 5 inches. And then wherever that dial is, that's telling you how much weight you have on there. And so if it needs to be tightened, then you're gonna go righty-tighty. If it's gonna be loosened, lefty-loosey. And you just leave your bobbin in the case and you can adjust those ways, all right? So then you can adjust it just a little bit. You test it again, pull it, and then you'll see the difference. So this has been super helpful. Before I got my TOA gauge, I did the old-fashioned way. And so I would hold my bobbin in my hand like this, and I would just pull on here, and I want the bobbin to sit flat on my hand. I want it to be raised up, but I don't want it to be lifted up off my hand. So that's kind of a quick little way to check to see if your bobbin has the right amount of pressure. Now, just again, on the bobbin, we have 2 little screws on here. Now, the tiny little screw is actually what keeps this gauge, or this flap, on the bobbin. The larger one is the one that actually adjusts how tightly this little flap is to the bobbin case or how loose it is. And so that is what actually controls how fast or how slow the thread is coming out. So that's a really good, if you can understand like how it works, that's really helpful. The other part about a bobbin that's really important to keep in mind is the backlash spring in your bobbin. And so you want to make sure that that one is clean and fresh. They can last for quite a while, but basically what they need to do is they need to have movement so your bobbin doesn't get stuck, but it moves freely. But it's really important to make sure that there's no lint behind there, because lint, as we know, it can gather, and it become a solid, and then it could block it. So I like to always make sure that my lint is out of my backlash spring and it's moving really freely. So that's another thing that can happen that could impede how great your tension is working, because as we know, tension, there is a reason why it's called tension headaches, right? They make you a little crazy. So we want to make sure that our tension is working really well so that we have beautiful stitches on our quilts, because it's way more fun to quilt than to pick out stitches. I hope you like this video. If you want to have more information about tension, long arm quilting, about your business or anything else, just leave me a comment below. Let me know what's gonna help you to further your profession as a professional long arm quilter and be able to help people get their quilt tops out of their closets, finished up, and into the arms of those they love. If you want to follow me, I'm on Dara Tomasson. It's on Instagram, My website is daratomasson.com. I'd love to see you pop over there. Yeah, and also don't forget to subscribe. A new video comes out every Wednesday.